Well, gang, it seems like we got another mystery out of our hands. You see, the last few days have been quite baffling, to say the least. Guys, we're gonna jump right into it. Like the video if you love your mama. Shout out to every single one of you for 300 likes on the last video. But we got it all for you folks at home. The Airport UFO, right? People talking about it. The Capitol Hill UFO, and there's a video that we're gonna get down to. A lot of mixed responses with that video. Some thinking it's real, some saying it's just reflections, but it's a little baffling and unsettling, right? Shout out to UFO Sightings Daily. First of all, let's jump in on with the Airport UFO. Crazy video, man. It's a crazy one. Roll it.
This is a UFO over Manchester Airport in England. Now that's just mind-blowing stuff. Now I'm going to show you this focused in AI. I'm going to show you the original and a video original from a pilot. I'm going to show you another one that's very, very similar over California. A video of this even more focused, of something similar to it, and let you be the judge of what's going on.
Let's get it.
Here we are. Now this is posted on X, formerly Twitter, and the person says spoke to Captain Bigelow and got photos they received from their colleagues at Manchester Airport. No metadata could be recovered. ELA, good. Timeline clarified. Objects seen on ground in photo 1 and 2. Reported to tower. Ops vehicle investigates in photo 3. Orb shoots up.
Now it is certain that the video is legit, right? Because it was captured by a pilot. I don't think a pilot would be faking it out, but we're not sure what it is, right? That's why they called it UFO, unidentified flying object. Could be a drone, probably not. And then you see like the small thing on the ground, on the floor at the airport. That's the one that caught my attention. But wait for it.
Up and video taken on number 4. Okay, that was posted on November 27th, and they said they got it from Reddit. The person made an account, but he deleted it because apparently he felt intimidated from information getting out into the news, and he didn't want to be discredited as a pilot. It's not good for a pilot to report UFOs. Believe it or not, it's frowned upon by most major airlines. So
that is true, and this is something that we heard a lot. I heard this quite literal thing that he just described here. But recently, there was also a bill that was passed, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was not necessarily a bill, but something along the lines of, hey, if you see it, report it, right? Because we are investigating UFOs. Have you ever heard of that? Let me know in the comments.
You look at this. I'm going to zoom in on this video. You're going to see it close up, and you're going to see it in AI. You're going to see much more. Hold on. Here is 2 photos combined, so you can actually see the movement. It was done by somebody on Reddit. It's still there. Put the link in the about description. You'll see all the links there, and it's just mind-blowing stuff. You can see it moving upward right there a little bit, and believe it or not, there's a shadow underneath it. We're going to zoom in on this. We're going to use AI. Right. Hold on.
Got it, brother. It is getting real, folks. Hide your kids. Hide your kids.
Here is the photo, and this is the focused one. The other one's not so focused, and I put this through AI. I went through an AI program, focused it, and you see it completely focused. Now on the right side, it says before AI. You can see what it looked like before, and you can see all the detail after. Sure, there's a little pixelization there. There's a little bit. However, you could really see this object is really there. Not only is it there, it's been put together. I mean, it's not one solid piece like you think an alien orb or sphere would be. This is many pieces put together, jumbled together to create this object, almost as if it was created by DARPA or Los Alamos Labs in New Mexico or Area 51 or Area S4, or it looks like it's been created. Now, maybe you noticed that this week there was a lot of different UFO reports over all the U.S. Air Force bases in England.
Yeah,
all
that
of them.
too.
All of them had.
This week has been insane, right? And I also do want to share this one in just a second here. Wait for it, because yeah, this one is insane. UFO over Capitol, aliens checking on Congress, and yeah, the military bases, the nuclear bases. This week has been a wild one, to say the least. Like, we're seeing a lot. We're hearing about. We're seeing a lot more UFO sightings.
UFO reports coming out, swarms and swarms coming out. So I think these objects were over that area, and they may be created by the Chinese, because the Chinese steal everything. They create everything.
Yeah. Made in China, #1.
Now, these UFOs were reported all over every single U.S. military base in England. Okay, you see right up here, 1 day ago, drones spotted over military bases in the UK that are used by the U.S. So only the ones used by the U.S. have been having these drones, and not just drones, but swarms. They tried to say these are quadcopters. These are little toy drones, but very, very, very advanced. They don't say how they're advanced, how they're different. They just said they're capable of maneuvers and things that would cost thousands of dollars to do. Unidentified drone over 3 British air bases, blah, 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 by U.S. forces. A mystery drone spotted over U.S. air bases, and it goes on and on. Okay, so this was a busy week, and the drones were spotted over U.S. air base in England that had B-52s. Now, I worked on B-52s back in Ellsworth Air Force Base, 1990 something. Anyway, they carry nuclear bombs. And nuclear missiles can be attached to them and retrofitted. But however, these things are huge. They carry nukes. And they are highly secured. And to have drones near them, very, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think they would let drones around B-52s then, if that's the case, right? It's one of those things, right? You always hear it. Once the AI gets advanced, it's gonna be able to call in the nukes. I really hope that the AI or the nuke system is not digital or linked with the internet. I mean, that would be insanely stupid, right? I don't think it is, but imagine. Could you imagine? Like, AI gets so advanced that and it one day thinks that, hey, why do I carry that? As Joe Rogan once said, why do I carry this shit bag, right? Shit bag meaning human, meaning us, right? Why do I carry that? Just like polluting the planet, right? Eating away the resources. Yeah, like my job as an AI, I'm talking as an AI, right? My job is to secure the planet, get rid of the humans, initiate nukes, right? Could you imagine that? Insane thought, I know, but was a very valid argument and point.
Here's a very similar UFO seen over Potterville, California, December 17, 2023.
I remember.
Now, a person was flying his drone around Potterville, and he noticed below him was this object. Now, this is only a short...
So, a drone captured this. Imagine this is another drone. It don't feel like a drone. And it feels like that some sort of, like a weird leaf, like maybe like a plant is stuck. Yeah, you know, like sometimes when you walk with your shoes and then you see the underneath of the shoe and it's like a whole lot of grass just stuck in there. It feels kind of like that way. Either like the UFO went through the trees, right? And when it came out, there were some tree junk stuck with it, like in this case, the leaf.
Video of it. You can Google it. There's actually a 4.5-minute video of it. And look at this object. You see a still screenshot I put up there so you can see it focused, and it's just amazing. It's very similar. However, the one we saw in the UK over Manchester seems to be Legoed together with pieces here and there all over the freaking place. And it doesn't look as fine as this one. Now, this was taken on December 17th, and as you see, this little drone is having trouble following this object. It actually loses it off and on quite a few times. But this video has never been...
Maybe the alien has dementia, don't know where to go, right? Maybe that's what it is. No disrespect to people that actually have dementia, though. It's just a joke, though. We're in 2024, so I have to, like, clarify that.
Debunked.
It's a joke.
And I know in California, around the Silicon Valley area, they do a lot of top secret spacecraft and aircraft and drones. Maybe this is one of ours, or maybe this is alien. It's hard to tell. You tell me what's going on, because this is just mind-blowing stuff. Now let's take a look at the original Manchester UFO under AI.
Okay, let's get it.
Here is, again, that object focused with AI. Now you can see it retrofitted a little bit. I added a little bit of light to it so it stands out from the background, so you can really see what this object is. It's kind of interesting. You could really see the bottom.
I mean, it's clear that it was like an object. It was a circular object with a blue colored blue, right? Passing AI on it once, all right, may make it a little clear, but still it's not clear because the video was so bad, the photo was so bad quality that the AI is thinking they are putting hard edges when in reality there were no hard edges on the road like that. So it's doing that. It's amplifying the cracks and the edges to this degree, and it don't feel real. So in other words, I don't think like the AI-fied is real. In some cases, and UFO Sightings Daily, shout out to him, he does that all the time with UFO footage. It's good. It's good. I like it, and it just gives you another perspective, and more often than not, it clears the videos and the images. And yeah, we can take a look at them, but we cannot rely on them because it's not real, right? It's not real. It's AI-fied. It's called AI for a reason. It's good to look at it, but it's not concrete. It's not, you cannot form a conclusive opinion or rationalize it.
areas here? Do you see the bottom circular area? Like there's some kind of propulsion in there. Do you see the side vents here? See the opening? That is weird. That's stuff you see on.
And that's the part, right? Like, okay, we know that there was a shadow there, so it confirms that there was a shadow there. But this thing, it's hard to say, man. Did the AI added that in because it felt cute and it was like, okay, let's add that in, or was this really there and the AI is just making us see? It's like your third eye opening up, right? It's hard to say. This is one of those things. It's like it's not conclusive, man. But if it's really true, sheesh, man, that's one hell of a UFO.
Stealth technology. I saw that on the stealth fighter jet, on the stealth jets, and the F-35s. So this is pretty amazing. Look at this object right here. Can you see that? Let's try to zoom in on it a little bit. You can see these pieces a little bit better right here. And it looks like there's some kind of pipe with an opening here so it could come out like a sensor or a camera or something. What is this triangle stuff? And what is this big slab thing slapped on here? Like they said, hey, let's make this thing fly, even though it's totally not ready to fly. It looks like this object has been created by China, possibly, to check out the U.S. bases and stuff and help Russia distract America from Ukraine and other garbage like that.
Yeah, right, because I wanted to bring it up. He mentioned that this is something like it's one of the propulsion or whatever you say, the one that makes you fly, right? I'm forgetting the term for it. Propulsion system, right? So he says that he saw some of this on the aircrafts. Yeah, if that's true, then it's probably not an alien thing, right? It's probably like man-made. And if it's true, insane design, but is it really like US or China? Yeah, now we get down to that. But again though, like this AI picture is not conclusive. So what if like this propulsion system is not even there? It's just AI is making it up based off of what is available to AI, right? Because the AI, for now, it's kind of limited, right? It's basically what us humans feed it, so it's becoming more real and it's becoming intelligent day by day, and it's improving itself on its own as well. But we are the ones that are feeding it stuff. It's accessing the information that we're providing it, so it's still not conclusive.
This is just, I don't know, it looks like it's been slapped together, guys. Does this look like Lego made it? Because it looks like it to me. This doesn't look alien here. It doesn't. But I could be wrong. You tell me in the comments below what's going on. Let me show you here.
Love it, but the AI is just
before I focused it with before I added light to it, and here is after. That's all I did.
Yeah, I get it. Now let's actually get down to this secondary video, okay? So basically, UFO over Capitol, aliens checking on Congress. Air Force vet Dennis snapped 4 eerie lights hovering above the Capitol dome, sparking alien coup theories online. A video showed the lights shifting from a square to a line, fueling the frenzy. The sightings comes weeks after Congress held hearing on alleged alien spacecraft programs. Coincidence? I think this is probably why they're here. They're like, hey, what y'all be? Why you guys talking? Why you guys talking shit about us, right? Let me show up. It's Twitter kind of thing, right? Like everybody on the internet would be like, hey, you suck, you suck, you suck. But when they meet you in person, hey man, I was just joking, man. I was just joking. You know, it's so I guess that's what we're gonna do. The aliens come down and we're like, psych, we're joking. We were joking. Experts crush the hype, blaming lens flares from Capitol lights. Researcher and ufologist John talked about it. The lights at the U.S. Capitol, and I quote, building have been causing UFO sightings in the camera lens for decades and decades. ET isn't calling from DC yet. And what I'm seeing right now, people are saying that these were reflections of these lights. And yeah, it kind of makes sense. But there's also this video that is going around, so people are catching it from the other side as well, which is gonna be a big talking point in just a second. It seems like that they're moving, they're disappearing. So if that, boom, it just appeared right on the spot. It's a very, it's like a 50-50 situation. Let's actually get down to it. Let's get down to it. We're gonna come back to this video as well. Shout out to Mr. MBB333.
On guys, hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Wanted to touch base real quick on the articles making the rounds about these mysterious lights that have created panic, sparking fear in people that spotted these alleged lights above the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Reports over here at News 18, Mashable India, the New York Post, CNN, News 18. That channel's got 8.7 million subscribers, and here's the alleged lights above the Capitol building right here. So of course I found this intriguing and I analyzed the video footage, and here's what I found. Here's the Capitol building. Notice the pattern of lights on the ground here. You see 2 on the left and 2 on the right. As we move the video forward, this is a still image of the alleged lights in the sky above the Capitol building. Notice the pattern here. You got 2 on the right, 2 on the left at a slight angle. I'm going to compare the configuration of the alleged lights in the sky that created all this panic and fear to the lights on the ground, and notice the exact pattern. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and they're the exact same distance apart. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a screen grab of the image over here on the left that contains the lights on the ground. We're going to zoom in and then overlay this image on top of the alleged lights in the sky above the Capitol building. And you're going to find, coincidentally, they are a perfect match. Okay, here we go. Here's the lights on the ground. I'm going to flip the image vertically, and you're going to see that they're going to match perfectly. Here we go. Check it out. Here's the alleged lights in the sky. Notice how they line up perfectly. 2 and 2. When it disappears, you'll see perfect match, right?
Yep.
Do it one more time. Those
and he's not wrong. He's not wrong. This is actually true. But then you also have the other video, which we're gonna get down to. And I was reading comments, and a lot of people are like talking about this one here, and which led me to go like research mode, right? Because it's quite baffling. Man says that MBBB, did you watch the rest of the footage? You only debunked that one still photo, and okay, doesn't explain how the same lights were caught in the distance. Research that. What about the 4 bases in Britain? What about them over the Pentagon? What about the UAPs over our American bases? No, not all is well. Caution emoji right there. Uh-oh. What about the rest of the video? So a lot of people are like, yeah, okay, this one makes sense. And even to me, like just watching it, what he's saying is true, right? Like it makes sense. It seems like a reflection, but then there's this video. Maybe there's more that I have not seen yet, probably, maybe, perhaps. But there's then this video that people are capturing from distance where it's clear that the lights are moving. This one is moving, you can see. And anytime now, and then disappears. And then reappears, and it keeps on going like nothing happened. Bye, see you guys later. I'll go to the grocery, I'll go to the petrol station, grab you guys some talkie and come back. And these folks are like, okay, let me just chill real quick, kind of feeling lazy. Oh, okay, I forgot something, let me go get some Snickers. Hey, oh, what's going on right here, folks? Hello, I'm here. So you see, like, there's a whole lot of activity. And in the past, we've had, oh shit, that's probably a plane, I think. This one is definitely a plane, just because of the way the lights are. And yeah, so I think that one was a plane, but what about the rest of the lights? What about this footage, right? So we don't have the answer to this one quite yet. And in the past, you've probably seen it. There are photos of it. There were UFO sightings on above the Capitol Hill as well. Were those also reflections? Could be. But if it's reflection, why doesn't it happen every other week? Why it's like once in a while? And this one definitely feels like it's a reflection, to be honest, though. But this video, this one is something else, though. This one is something else. But let's continue.
Those are a reflection of the lights on the ground. Those aren't even anything in the sky. So nothing was seen in the sky above the Capitol to spark fear and panic. Those are simply reflections from the lights on the ground. This happens all the time. In fact, this isn't the first time this has happened involving a photo of the Capitol. Damn. Here's a photo that goes back many, many years. Notice the pattern of lights on the ground? They appeared in the photo as lights in the sky above the Capitol. But if you look at the pattern of the lights, those are reflections of these very bright lights on the lens of the camera.
When I said that there was an older sighting, I was not referring to this one specifically. There was another one, right? But perhaps even that was reflection. And honestly, I love this approach of debunking, because this is how we gotta do it, right? Because this one definitely feels like it's, to be fair though, completely 100%, even though I'm a believer in aliens. We wanna know the truth, essentially, right? So this one definitely feels like it's reflection, but then again, like I said, and like we're seeing, it's one of those videos that is being shared right now. And yeah, it seems like it's legit, man. It's probably some UFOs by the looks of it, perhaps drones with lights. I don't know about that one. But then this one magically appears, which is crazy. That's definitely not a plane. The other one that would just appear, come on now. Yeah, this one, they're definitely a plane, but the rest of it, they're not planes. Then you also have this one, holy crap. But perhaps this is also a plane. It's moving this way, so kind of hard to say, because usually you see lights like that from planes when they're facing you forward, right, with the headlights essentially of the planes. But this one is moving to the right, so not sure about that one. There's a whole lot of activity. Perhaps that's a helicopter with the light beam. I don't know, man. Any experts, let me know in the comments.
Right, and they appeared to be in the sky. So going back to the photo that we just analyzed, these are clearly reflections, once again, of lights on the ground in front of the Capitol. These were not anything in the sky. And as I'd mentioned earlier, this phenomenon has happened in the past. It will probably happen again in the future.
Yeah, this one, I'm convinced that's like also a reflection. But what if... but knowing this one, yeah, knowing this video, what if these were actually like the real UFOs that were imitating the lights? Oh shit! Oh shit! What if? It's another one of those what if, man. I love this crap, but surely it feels like those were reflection. But what about these, right? Check out this video on the screen. We recently had an insane video that came out and that is going viral. Check it out and I'll see you right there. I think you guys gonna love it.